Fearless, I sent you an invitation. You have to go through Google Plus Hangouts. In the description, there's a link that'll bring you here. I just put it there, so you may have to refresh your screen. Hey,
Hey, I finally figured this shit out. I was looking for it in my YouTube invites, but I couldn't. It obviously wasn't working.
there's um some people got the invitations when I sent them to YouTube, and some people didn't. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I went into Google Plus. I didn't even see an invitation, honestly. I ended up going into Google Plus, going to Hangouts, and then your invite was there in the side. So I had to actually go look for it. It didn't just pop up, which is kind of
I,
stupid.
I just put a link in the description. Um,
You would think it would pop up on my phone because this is linked to Google Plus, and that thing gives me all kinds of fucking notifications.
are you in my circle? I
I have no idea. I don't really know what that means. Whenever
don't.
people just add me, I just add them back. I don't know what it does. I have a file called YouTubers, and I just put everyone in there, and I don't know what really that's gonna happen, but whatever. It's happening.
Here you go.
Where are you?
I am in Howe, Indiana.
What's temperature?
It is 52 degrees.
Yeah, it's about what it is here, except there's about friggin' 60-mile-an-hour winds outside, and it makes it feel like it's about 32 degrees.
I'm gonna say there's probably 10, 15 mile an hour winds out here.
Indiana.
Yep. Part of LaGrange.
Let's see what's going on here. So, are you running off your hotspot?
Yes, I am.
Good deal. I mean, your quality is obviously really low. Did you turn that down, or does it do it automatically? Hello?
And it does that a lot.
What? Drops out?
Yep. I'm not sure what that looks like on your end, whether I just go black or what.
You just stop moving.
Well, that works for me.
Eventually it goes black.
And it does that a lot.
What? Drops out?
Yep.
Oh, that was weird.
It's uh
Oh, it just. I still had the other window open, so I was hearing what we were saying earlier being played on a delay. It was friggin' really screwed up.
I have to I have to limit like whose video can show in this and everything.
What do you mean?
Well, I have controls where like I can like a swap between you and me, and like um I can like hide you from the broadcast. That way not everybody can see your video feed. They can hear you, but they can't see you.
Yep.
When too many people log on and try to do video chat, I have to start killing their video feeds,
Uh,
which I don't really understand. I don't see how that should affect me at all.
I don't know. I guess you gotta download it, but I don't know. It seems weird.
No, actually, it's being recorded on the cloud. YouTube is actually recording it. So I don't know why it bothers me because it's just like a 1 inch thumbnail.
So the people that are chatting on YouTube, we can't read their comments. Like, what's the deal with that?
What do you mean?
Like when you go to the YouTube page, um, there's like a chat list to the right of
I
your
don't know
feed.
why it bothers me because it's just like a
That's strange. Well, I guess you can leave it open with the mute on. You just can't pay attention to the feed or the video feed. Except you probably couldn't do that because then I'm basically streaming it twice.
uh, up in the Google Hangouts thing, up in the top left-hand corner, there's a chat box there.
Right. I did that.
Right. So, I mean, you can type in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
So I made this sod cutter for the back of the Sears. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I made it out of old
Yeah,
snowboard parts. Basically, it takes two people to run it. Like, I'm gonna put Stephanie on the Sears, have her drive it, and I'm gonna hold this thing like it's one of those old school style kind of like plow deals like you'd use for horses. Kind of the same idea. And it'll just go through and it
yeah.
cuts strips of sod, so I can put the garden in this year with minimal effort. It took me an
Nice.
hour to make it. I was like, I can make something to pull the sod up faster than I can pull the sod up by hand because the garden's like 10 by 20 that we're gonna make, and I mean, that's 200 square feet, and I really don't want to dig out like 150, 200 little chunks of sod. I'm all set with that. I do that enough at work. I mean, that
you
would take me
you can
3 hours.
start a you can start a new fad called garden body.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig out the garden with the shears, and then I'm gonna go in there with the shears and rototill it with the tires. I'll just chain it to the Jeep and just like third gear and just keep throwing compost on the wheels.
If I could find a 10 to 14 horsepower horizontal shaft engine, I'd have the Bolins running. That's got a tiller.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's got
power
everything.
tiller.
It's got a commercial mowing deck. It's got a
So diesel
snowblower.
on it, dude. That diesel is so fuel efficient. Like it uses less than half the fuel of a gas motor the same size. It's unbelievable. Like you could just pour like random old oil mixed with diesel like in the gas tank and then just like mow your lawn for an hour and it would cost you almost nothing probably. I don't think I would do that, but you probably could. Dumping K1 and lamp oil and whatever else in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd love to actually have one of those diesel motors on something that actually performs work because I can't bog that motor down just driving it through mud. So I'd be really curious to see it on like a big ass wood splitter, or, like to see if it could replace an engine twice its size or not, like a gas motor, because of the
yeah.
torque. But the
Really?
only thing is, I wouldn't want it anywhere like where you have to run it in the cold, because that probably wouldn't be smart.
Why?
I don't know. They just take a long time to warm up, even in the summer.
Yeah, I suppose.
If you were gonna run it all day, then yeah, who cares? Like a wood splitter and run it most of the day.
Yeah,
I didn't know you had a tiller and everything for that. That's cool.
yeah. I got two mowing decks, a commercial and a what do you call it? Like a residential. One is one is like really like chinchy steel, and the other one is heavy,
Huh.
real heavy. One's black and one's yellow. And I got a single stage snow blower and a, a 3 foot wide for a rotiller.
Only a single stage snowblower?
Yeah, well that's what came with it.
It doesn't throw as well. How does that work?
It's instead of having the like on your snow blower, the auger is like the little thin pieces of metal in the
Yeah.
spiral.
Yep.
Okay. On a single stage, it's like a drum, a solid drum with blades that form that spiral. And in the center, the very center of it, there's a flat spot. And that flat spot forms a scoop in that spiral. And it just slings the snow, picks the snow up and slings it down
Uh,
the chute.
yeah. Okay.
You can get a snow cannon for it. That's the name of it, which is a two-stage snowblower, and
Yeah.
they're freaking serious.
Wow.
Um, the ones that are
Yeah.
4 foot wide ones that are for the 18 horsepower Bolins, Those things are crazy. I know a
So the
guy that's
single
got.
stage snowblower must spin like way faster than a two stage, the auger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't get sucked into that thing.
No, no, it spins just about as fast as your blades do in
Yeah,
your second
the
stage.
auger. Holy Jesus.
Yeah,
That's nuts. Or the impeller, not the auger.
right, the impeller.
My God. Yeah, I wouldn't stick my hand in there. Just chop it right off.
No, when I was first got the Bolins, uh, my neighbor gave it to me, and we shoved a piece of white pine down in the chute just for shits and giggles,
Yeah.
and it turned it into 2 inch chunks.
Oh my
Like
God.
it was crazy. It's like tung 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 tung. Yeah,
The wood chipper too.
yeah, and it didn't damage the snow blower.
Yeah, that would have destroyed my shear pins.
Didn't nope. No, it just took that. It was like a 1 by 1 white pine that he had ripped off a board.
Yeah.
Yeah, turned it into like 2 inch chunks.
God. Doesn't have to do with your fingers if you reach down there.
Uh, I bet you don't make it to 2 inch pieces.
Try to find an entertaining way to try to kill the lifted without totally destroying all the parts that are on it. Maybe I'll just like ride wheelies across the lawn until I flip it or something. That'd be a good video.
Uh,
If I don't get killed.
yeah, that would be.
Oh man.
Hmm. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to figure out how to like view the comments and
Which comments? The ones on YouTube?
yeah, because like I can't see when people comment on there. I can't see it while I'm live. I'm still learning.
Yeah. I couldn't even figure out how to join this stupid thing. I was just like, what the hell? I'm not this dumb. Or at least I didn't think I was. Turns out I might be. Oh man. It's when you start riding or driving again. Oh, you're not there anymore, are you?
You hear that?
No.
I'll be driving at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh.
Sit for 10 hours and then drive again.
Oh God. You like doing this? Being gone all the time and driving? You like driving like?
Well, I don't really care much for the being gone all the time because I miss Lacey and the kids, but the money's decent and I enjoy trucking. I can't lie, I love driving the truck.
What is it about it that's so appealing?
Um, I guess like I got like the best office view you could ever dream of having. Um, I get to see the country. I go to a I'm in a new place every day, meet new people every day. Um, I don't know. And I get to drive a really big, badass truck. But, I mean, it's got a lot of really cool parts, and for all those cool parts, it's got its drawbacks, just like any other job.
Yeah, I hear that.
Um, but I like it. It suits me, and I've always kind of been one of those like loners. I do pretty good when I'm all by myself.
Yeah, I do this. I'm kind of the same way. I work better by myself.
Yeah. So it kind of suits me pretty well. And I really like the flatbed part of it versus what I was doing before, um, hauling refrigerated freight because I get to get out of the truck and physically do
Yeah,
something more than close the doors on the back of the trailer and drive away.
yeah,
So,
yeah. A lot of people would see that as a reason to not do it. Like, oh, I gotta get
yeah,
out of the truck.
yeah. I mean, there's. I guess that's the nice thing about trucking. It's like if you enjoy seeing the country and driving, then there is a spot in the trucking industry for you. But I mean, that being said, I mean, if you can't sit in a seat and log 600 miles or so a day, you can't do this job.
Yuck.
Yeah. I mean, that's 600 miles is 60 miles an hour for 10 hours.
Or 70 miles an hour for 8.5.
Yeah.
Are your trucks governed?
No,
Oh, that's good. Are they GPSed?
no.
Really? That surprises me.
And I'm not on electronic logs either.
That's crazy. They're flying old school.
Yeah, 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 we are. And I love every minute of it.
That's good. It's like at least they trust you and stuff. It's really frustrating when they just like constantly monitor where you are, what you're doing,
Yeah,
everything.
I had to deal with that at England when I drove for CR England.
Good
Like,
company.
yeah, like I'd call him, he'd be like, "Where are you?" I'd be like, "Why are you asking me that? It's the blinking red dot on your other screen.
Yeah.
Where are you?"
Loaded question.
Yeah, I'm directly under the red dot you're looking at.
Yeah. Unless I found that little GPS module and stuck it to a Prius headed west.
Yeah, yeah. There's been all kinds of stories about um like guys they'll get on with this company or they'll be driving for this company for years and years and years and they'll go to this Qualcomm electronic log shit and all of a sudden like their dispatcher will call them or the company will call them and be like, it shows that we have a problem with your uh Qualcomm. Like, oh, there's no problem with it, I don't think. Well, where is it? Down the road a bit. Somewhere around mile marker, blah blah blah, on interstate whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's where I put it out the window.
Doesn't surprise me though.
Yeah. Or my favorite one is, there's no problem with my Qualcomm. There might be an issue with yours. I had a driver tell me that over the CB once. That was hilarious.
What channel do you ride around on?
19.
All right. I say because I have mine on my Jeep most of the time and I'm listening, but I gotta tune my antenna so I can reach out farther. Some days when it's nice and cloudy, you can get on a skip on a hill and I can fucking reach south. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Those guys with
Um,
the power mics down in the Carolinas sound like God coming through the fucking radio,
uh,
walking all over everyone else.
keep remember that your antenna wire has to be in lengths of 3 feet. Okay, it can be 3 feet long, 6 feet long, 9 feet long. It's got to be in lengths of 3 feet.
Right, but I've got a compound antenna where it's actually a fiberglass pole and the wire is wound, and at the very top it's wound really tight, and you're supposed to hook it up to an SWR meter, key the mic, and try to get the SWR at like 3, I think, in the center of your CV band, like right around 20, 25. Because I think between the channels of like 19 and 25 is where your SWR is the strongest or something like that. Like every 7 years, CB radios work better than 7 years because of solar flares, and it's crazy the amount of stuff that factors into it.
Yeah. Um, I got a spare one in here, spare Cobra. It's all tweaked and tuned. Maybe I'll let you have it.
What is it? What size? Is it a
It's a
whip or a?
No, it's a CB, bud. It's a Cobra 29 that's been tweaked and tuned.
You mean the radio itself or the
Yeah,
antenna?
the radio itself.
Oh, I have a good radio. That's not the problem. It's the freaking crappy ass antenna.
Get yourself a. The best antenna you're going to be able to purchase is actually the cheapest. The best antenna you're going to be able to get is a steel whip. Like, no shit, that's the best antenna you can buy.
Yeah. I just
All
don't want
the
a 102-inch whip like friggin' wound up over to my A pillar of my Jeep. I don't want. That's just nuts.
That's like the best you can get because what you're trying to get is like the perfect thing to get is a full wave,
Right.
and which is impossible, but everybody tries. And these fire sticks and uh, all these fiberglass sticks, I mean, they try to accomplish the same thing in a shorter.
Right. And it works, but only for a few miles.
Yeah. Um, Wilson Wilson makes good products. Wilson antennas. Um, Wilson has the fiberglass rods with at the very top of them. There's a steel, I believe it's stainless steel piece that's adjustable up and down, so you can adjust your SWR off of
Yeah,
your antenna.
yeah, like the fireflies or the fire sticks, they have like a little bolt that you spin to bring it in and
Yeah,
out.
yeah. The problem with them is sometimes they don't adjust enough, and you have to buy spacers that go on the bottom of your antenna,
Yeah,
and the spacers come in like 1 inch increments. So,
yeah,
but
I've got
the
mine mounted to a big ass spring, so it fucking can bounce off trees and stuff.
yeah, but sometimes you put that spring in there, and that extends the length of the antenna.
Right.
Okay? And that means your antenna probably won't adjust enough anymore.
Yeah, quite possibly.
That means you have to extend it to the next increment, to whatever the next increment is, so that you can readjust your antenna.
Yeah. I've seen videos of antennas smoking because people had them tuned wrong with souped up CBs.
It's not necessarily that they were tuned wrong. You can take a steel whip antenna and turn the top of it, glow it red if you're pumping too much wattage out of it that it can't handle.
Right.
When my grandmother and Rusty, when they were on the CB, that the base unit I got at home is like 400 or 500 watts.
I don't know what mine is. I have no idea.
Uh,
My brother and I had one with a ground plane antenna strapped to the bunch of top of a bunch of 2x4s, and we put that fucker way up, way higher than you're supposed to. And we could get on a skip and get down south pretty easy when we were kids.
nice.
It was pretty awesome.
Uh,
Certain nights, not every night.
yeah, I'd like to that massive pine tree that's up at the top of my property. I'd like to limb that, take the top off it, put a CB antenna up the top of it,
Oh my god. Just don't get caught.
right?
I think there's a law about how high you're supposed to go. I don't know why. That doesn't make much sense, but it's citizen banned.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can understand like ham radios, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, I just got to get a new antenna and an SWR meter and really tune that son of a bitch in. And I'll be a happy guy. I gotta go, I guess. It's 7:05. Oh,
Yeah,
damn
it
it.
is. I'm probably gonna hang out here and dub around for another half an hour, and then I'm gonna end it.
Get some sleep.
Yeah. Well, I figure like an hour is long enough.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
you're right. I mean, then people will actually watch it instead of it being like 4 hours and be like, holy shit. I got a guy at work that wants me to start doing podcasts. I'm like, okay, I would have to start a whole new channel for that. And what the hell do I talk about for an hour every week? Like the first week or two, I could do that. Yeah, I could do an hour of talking about tractors. But then after that, I'm gonna run out of shit to talk about for an hour. You know? Dude,
yeah.
just talk about whatever. I'm like, I don't want to talk about whatever. If I start talking about all my ideas and things I want to do to tractors, people are gonna start doing them before I can do them. Like I got like 2 or 3 really good ideas of things that I want to do that have never been done before. That I think if I can pull it off, it's simple and it will just like change things. But it's a matter of getting the parts. not saying anything to anyone. It's hard to do because I want to tell everyone my ideas. But then the second I do that, people go
Yeah,
do them before I can. And I'm like, damn it. It was my
yeah.
idea. Well,
Somebody with a whole bunch of money and all kinds of time is like, boom, here it is.
yep. Manufactured. See you later.
Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, well, if it makes you feel any better, the sun just went down. So enjoy what you've got.
All right.
Talk to
Good
you later,
talk.
man.
Yeah, bye. Ah, figured out how to see this. Okay, so now I can see the comments. Too.